Welcome back. Continuing our story, here is Josh Mankiewicz with the Dream House Mystery.
In the 18 months after Lindsay Buziak's murder, police in the Victoria, British Columbia suburb of Saanich investigated hundreds of leads, served dozens of warrants. But they seemed not much closer to finding this woman, the blonde, 35 to 40 years old, wearing a distinctive dress, witnesses said, who spoke with a Spanish accent, and who, along with a man described as white and well-dressed, 6 feet tall with dark, possibly brown hair, set up a showing with Lindsay, met her at the door of this nearly $1 million home in February 2008, and then viciously stabbed Lindsay to death. The working theory of the crime was a targeted hit carried out by two killers who brought a knife to a real estate showing. But who would want to kill a young realtor who seemed to have no enemies? It was forcing investigators to think way outside the box.
It seems to me that you're really looking for probably at least 3 people here. I mean, you're looking for the 2 people in the home that committed that murder, and then I'm guessing whoever paid them.
I think you're absolutely right, and it may be that one of those 2 people who were at the home is in fact the mastermind behind this and perhaps the money, but I think it's also equally possible and more likely there's a 3rd or 4th or a 5th person involved.
That's a criminal conspiracy of some significance to wipe out this young realtor. What set of facts possibly fits with that?
Large amount of money, large amount of drugs, considerable wrong done to whoever the financier is behind this.
Saanich police are quick to say, as are Lindsay's family and friends, that there's no evidence she was involved in anything illegal.
She was the cleanest girl you ever meet.
You can't see her getting involved in anything illegal.
No, no. She worked hard to get her license. She wouldn't risk anything to lose it.
But the longer her murder went unsolved, the more rumors there were. Lindsay was either a witness in a drug case or a police informant. Neither is true, say police, but a drug angle has emerged as a leading theory in her murder.
Is there any evidence that Lindsay used recreational drugs?
No. And there's no evidence that she committed any criminal offenses either.
Was she associated with or friends with people who were involved in crime?
Yes. Yes, she was. There was an element of people that she associated with that were involved in crime.
Remember, Victoria is a relatively small town. And because Lindsay was young and liked to go out to clubs, the crowd she inevitably hung out with would include people who operated on the fringes of the law.
So this friend that you've known all your life might end up being your friend, the drug dealer.
Could be. You might bump into them at a club, and some of the theories that we developed over the course of this investigation was simply that she had potentially said the wrong thing at the wrong time or had heard something at the wrong time and caused her this grief.
In fact, police are now exploring an incident that occurred during Lindsay's last visit with her father. While visiting Calgary, Lindsay made contact with at least 2 men, old friends she grew up with. And just a month later, one of those men was arrested in what police called the largest cocaine bust in Alberta history, 67 kilos, worth more than $6 million.
Someone might have been angry. Did a witch hunt take place? And did someone point the finger at Lindsay because she happened to have been in Calgary at the time?
Coincidence because this is a small town, or maybe she saw something she shouldn't have seen?
Could go either way.
If so, we now know it was not true. Police say Lindsay was not the informant.
Police recently have floated this idea that she was killed by mistake.
It happens. Doesn't seem very reasonable.
Not reasonable.
If there's no evidence that they've uncovered that suggests that she was an informant, that she was diming off drug dealers or a cartel or anything like that, then where's the evidence that the cartel would have that she was doing that? It just seems like a red herring to me.
I think her just being there for the weekend to go see her father does not add up. She doesn't sell drugs. She's not in their business.
So the idea that this is some impersonal hit being ordered by drug dealers half a country away
makes no logical sense.
Whatever the motive is, it's personal.
And no, I don't think it's a drug cartel.
Coming up. So, what was it? Our team profiles the killers.
I think it's somebody that she knows.
A prediction from the Unsolved Case Squad. An admission from police.
We desperately need some help.
And a vow from a father.
I am going to find out if it kills me.
When the Dream House mystery continues.